Thank you, friends, Shabbat Shalom, and greetings to you all. Now, I hope you all took the time and lit a candle for the victims of the Holocaust. January 27th is International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Now, that date was chosen to commemorate the date the Soviet Army liberated the prisoners of the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp, and is a shout through the echoes of time to remember. Now, every year, as fewer and fewer survivors are left, we must step up the efforts to continue to educate, talk about the horrors it brought. It must never happen again. And I fear that the further from it we get, the more likely to recur it is. If you do nothing more, at least light a candle, elevate the souls of the 6 million, talk about it with someone younger. One of our greatest tasks and joys is in the ability that we each have to help educate and teach. And we're always here educating those around us, the young and the old, in whatever way we can. It's a gift. And unfortunately, while the world is supposed to be remembering and educating, the latest book banning has seen the great Pulitzer Prize-winning graphic novel, the only graphic novel awarded this prize, Moss, by Art Spiegelman, which tells the story of his father in concentration camps, with Jews depicted as mice and Nazis as cats. It's been banned for having naked cartoon mice and using the phrase "goddamn." Well, goddamn. This week, we're on the cusp of the Chinese New Year, and let's hope that it brings change. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have a vision now and then of a world where every neighbor is a friend. Happy New Year, Happy New Year. May we all have our hopes, our will to try. If we don't, we might as well lay down and die. You and I. Then why can't we all be friends? The Torah has told us and tells us in today's reading how we need to look out for each other, each of us, because we're each the same, we're all part of the same whole. And I'm hoping for a great new year. Not just to all of you, but to the pirate who really needs some supporting energy, and to dear Circe, who was the voice of an angel and was probably the siren tempting Odysseus when he left the island. Now this year is the water tiger year. The tiger is associated with thunder in the I Ching, and it is seen as a sign of growth, challenge, creation, and planning. So I'm going to give you the quick Reader's Digest predictions for each of the 12 animal signs. Now for you rats, it's a year of working hard and planting seeds. For the ox, you're protected by the tiger. So this is going to be a nice smooth year for you. For the tiger, you're full of energy to challenge your adventures. The rabbit needs the support of the tiger, so seek help where you need it. Now the dragon and the tiger are seen as a dynamic duo. So it's a good year to show your best. The snake has been patiently caring and helping. And this is another year of planting seeds. The horse can outrun the tiger. So this year the horse can show their speed and talent. The goat is the great companion of the tiger. It's a year to follow your mentor's guides. Monkey teases tiger, so this is the year for you monkeys to play to your strengths and win. Roosters are in for great luck and prosperity as career, money, and love all come together. Dogs and tigers work great together with the dog outshined, so dogs need to follow their benefactors this year. Finally, the pig was in for a fantastic career opportunity and love relationships. So celebrate and enjoy the year of the tiger. Take advantage of that feline's great power. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tiger. Now it certainly seems the tiger's there to help bring all the animals together this year. A giant community like ours, uniting, connecting in his or her own special way, each of us. So once again, please do go ahead. Invite everybody you know some physically, some digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, any way you can to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov, U'Menayim, Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. And we are a community together, my friends. So let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is your setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in. And we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah, your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control in this life, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. We use that intention of good and renewal and health and well-being for everyone. We send out energy to help heal those in need of healing, renewal, in need of the blessings of God. So let's take some time now. Let's use that light, that intention. Send some of that goodwill, some renewal and healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everyone. It floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know, for the souls and spirits of everyone you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets, for the earth. It is the healing of the world. The tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. It is our task to help heal the world. It's not something we complete. It's an ongoing commitment we make to be dealt with in this lifetime. It's for every lifetime, and we each must do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the universe. So we change ourselves. We change the conditions of our lives. Part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everyone. Now, you don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send out energy for the people in need everywhere. For Esther, Chris, and Joseph. For Robin and Lisa. For Marvin and Terry. For Sherry, Doria, and Joseph. For Aurelia, Anne, and Connie. Agent Kay, Snoopy. For Ethel, and Evil, and Kathleen. For Alex. For Mookie and Dave. For everyone you know who's in need. For all of our sacred animal friends everywhere. For Scotty, for the world. For the bee. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Me, Shabbat, Avotenu, Makor HaBracha, Mimotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage. Make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body. The renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Yishberach. Let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing, which we call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Mishaberach, may He who blessed. Because all healing's a blessing. Let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now, last week we stood together on the mountain and received the 10 laws on how to live life. They're the only real laws that count, that rise above all else, and unify beliefs and treatment. No other gods, no images, meaning the concept of God can't be minimized. No broken oaths, no swear to God. Remember to stop each week. Honor mother and father, which is the roots of where you come from, and the male and female roots. No murder, no adultery, no stealing, no false witness, which is no lying in general, and no coveting, which is diminishing of what you have yourself. Live by these. And quite frankly, the rest are window dressing. Now this week we read Mishpatim, judgments, and so begins the window dressing. the minutiae of laws that will probably go on forever. Exodus 21:1. These are the judgments that you shall set before them. These are the judgments that you shall set. Now, these next three chapters, Exodus 21 through 23, are a body of law which has come to be known as the covenant code. Do they belong here? Who knows? I doubt it. It's an editing thing. They are more for an established, developing nation, not a wandering group who just stood listening to the word of God. And the first of these laws makes no sense whatsoever. Exodus 21:2. When you will buy a Hebrew slave, he shall work 6 years, and in the seventh he shall go out, liberated for free. Now, many have wondered why the first law given to the people freed after 400 years in slavery, right after the Great Epiphany, that has governed our basic philosophical outlook for a few thousand years and stands at the establishment of what has been called the Judeo-Christian view. It's about the treatment of their slaves. It is complex, and it's a complex section which covers a lot of set laws. And it gives an introduction to the archaic lex talionis, the laws of retribution that we're all so familiar with. Took an untrodden path once, where the swift don't win the race. Goes to the worthy, who can divine the word of truth. Took a stranger to teach me to look into justice's beautiful face. See an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. It's just one law after another. This is a law before there are laws. We've moved past that. Now, this week is every week. Look for what to take for yourself from this, and everyone should and will be different, as in any given reading. I mean, this book's not like most. It's not a one read and put away and say read it book. In every reading, there's something new. It's a book you read knowing what comes next, unlike most books which you put away when you know what comes next. So this is a series of laws that you're going to sit and say, okay, historically it doesn't make sense that it comes here, but that's okay. It's about how civilization comes together. So what do I want you to notice in this reading? There's a lot of little laws. Could be about slave treatment, property rights, even the annual festivals, which have not been set yet, but which are quickly outlined here. Only by name, though, not by ritual. But I suggest two things this time, and next time it might be something else. But this time, I want you to notice the idea of justice for all and this concept of the sabbatical year. You just saw it a bit with slaves, but you're going to see it again when it comes to crops. Now, after a warning about witches, we're reminded we have to care for everyone equally. Exodus 22:20. You shall not persecute an alien. You shall not oppress him, because you were aliens in the land of Egypt. You shall not degrade any widow or orphan. If you will degrade them, when they will cry out to me, I'll hear their cry, and my anger will flare, and I'll kill you with a sword, and your wives will be widows, and your children orphans. The weakest members of society are to be the most protected. What happened to us? Emphasis throughout the entire Torah is on decency and dignity in the treatment of people. Even to this, Exodus 22:25, if you take your neighbor's clothing as security, you shall give it back to him by sunset, because it is his only apparel. It is his clothing for his skin, and what will he sleep? You have to treat everybody properly. I'm looking east, looking west. See people cursed, see people blessed. Asking everybody like a man possessed. Have you seen dignity? Dignity reaches all aspects of life. If someone loses something, you got to be there to help. Exodus 23:5. If you will see the ass as someone who hates you sagging under its burden, and you would hold back from helping him, you shall help him. We are here to help. We are responsible to our community, and that community is of everybody, and to what is morally and ethically right. Exodus 23:8. You shall not take a bribe, because bribery will blind those who can see and will undermine the words of the virtuous. You shall not oppress an alien, since you know the alien soul, because you were aliens in the land of Egypt. We all were aliens. We all could be aliens again. No one is to be treated better or worse. We are all the same. Everything here comes back to a common thing, and the common thing is decency. Then we get another reminder of the great warnings we were given before. We see it in Exodus 23:2. You shall not be following many to do bad. Now, I can't emphasize this one enough. It's almost like a throwaway line here, but it is so crucial. Do not follow a group, a crowd, a majority, if what they are doing is wrong. Do not do it for acceptance, for the secure feeling of being a member, or for the sadistic pleasure of being able to exclude someone. It is easy to be hurtful in a group, and it's easy to keep silent when one's group does harm, or when its leaders do harm from their position, which derives its power from the group. And we've seen that throughout history. In fact, unfortunately, we still continue to see it. We don't like what we don't understand. In fact, it scares us. And this monster is mysterious, at least. Bring your guns, bring your knives, save your children and your wives. We'll save our village and our lives. We'll kill the beast. Now, Disney did it so beautifully with the mob scene in Beauty and the Beast. Do not follow the mob. Now, last week we talked a little bit about, it being the new year of the trees and their amazing life-giving contribution to their great partnership we share. But it's not just trees. It is about all of our planting. Remember, we are about 1/3 of the way through what's known as the Shemitah year, the sabbatical year for the land, which is talked about in this reading, without which we have no crops. We would die. And it's connected to this whole concept of crop rotation, which sees a series of different types of crops in the same area to reduce the reliance on one set of nutrients for the land. Here it's about the resting of the land for the 7th year of its cycle, so it too can renew. The Sabbath, the sabbatical year, the 7th. Exodus 23:10. 6 years you shall sow your land and gather its produce. The 7th you shall let it lie fallow and leave it, and your people's indigent will eat, and what they leave the animal of the field will eat. You shall do this also to your vineyard, to your olives. We're to do it with all of the land. We have to not only let the land recover, but we have to ensure that animals survive and the indigent have dignity and survive. We are the caretakers of this great sphere spinning through space and time. We don't own it. We must recognize its sanctity. Yes, the world is sacred, my friends, and so is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life, the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom, be well, be happy, be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light, and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. We're a community. We learn together, we celebrate each other, we love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to the world. And please do learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life and tell those you love that you love them. Otherwise, they'll never know. Don't make them guess. Take advantage of the time you have. Now, bless you all. Have a fantastic week. A week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of new beginnings with the new Chinese year. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect. It's all linked. Now, you always have time to forgive and be forgiven. You have the knowledge of what's good and bad. You got it from the apple, so acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land, your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching. It is so important. Spread joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love. It's always in front of you. Remember to have faith. Work to be present in the body. Expand the heart. Quiet the mind. These are the three areas we live in. Because the deepest source of real power lies in our consciousness. In our own individual ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. So make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you. You're forever blessed. You have the ability to bring blessings to everybody. Health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across, because we're all energy. And energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words, my friends, are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous with them. Bless others and bless yourself, and love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger. Be there for someone. Someone's always there for you, whether you know it or not. And continue to explore faith and belief. And never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together, we learn together, we help each other. Because we are each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. Remember, you're never alone on your journey to promised land. Keep forgiving those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. Now, once again, we get to say goodbye to 1 year in a system and welcome another. It's never too late to bring the changes you need to bring into your life. We recently lost a great philosopher, Marvin Lee Aday, Baruch Dayan Emet, blessed is the true judge. Alav HaShalom, peace be upon him. You'll never find your gold on a sandy beach. You'll never drill for oil on a city street. I know you're looking for a ruby in a mountain of rocks. There ain't no Coupe de Ville hiding at the bottom of a Cracker Jack box. Truer words never spoken. Thank you for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Light a candle for the souls of the victims of the Holocaust. Teach your children. Please keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care.